This is the great legend, and I'm coming at you live. And today, people, we have got a contest entry to end all contests. This is Captain Strangelife's 1,000 subscriber YouTube channel contest extravaganza, people. I tell you, let me tell you a little story. So, this is a video response to one of the comic book collectors here on YouTube, and and he's probably one of the greatest comic book collectors of all time on YouTube. And I'm going to tell you a little story. His name is Captain Strangelife. Let me tell you a real quick story, then I'm going to show you what this contest is all about. I first got back into comic book collecting probably 2 years to a year and a half ago. I was a big collector in my teen years. Started about 6th grade, quit around 11th or senior year, and I didn't collect. I've been kind of an off and on collector, but I didn't collect for a good while until about 2 years to a year and a half ago when I started collecting Marvel zombie covers. Anyways, I was doing video games and all this other stuff, so I decided, cooking, and I wanted to do some comic book stuff because I was slowly but surely getting back into collecting. So I went on YouTube, like anyone would, and I typed in comic book collecting, and I came across this video. The video was called Ideas for Comic Book Collecting, or Collectors. Ideas for Comic Book Collectors, that was the name of it. I'm looking at it right now. And this guy was on there, and I was like, okay, let me see what this guy's got going on. The preview pic was him doing something with like a little card or something. So I was like looking at this guy, and he took a little sleeve like you would find on a package or an invoice slip, or where you can slide something in. So he put this little sleeve, and it's a transparent little sleeve, plastic sleeve, and he was sliding a 3x5 note card into it. And what he was doing with this sleeve, though, he was putting it, slapping it on the front of his short box, or like you can even put it on a long box. So I was like, wow, that is really cool. It's an easy way to label comic book boxes, and all you do is just put the card in there, write what you want on the card, and put it in there. So I was really getting into this guy. He was really cool. Had a good sense of humor. He was just, just kind of naturally cool, naturally funny guy. So that was Captain Strangelife, and then from then on out, I watched his other two tips for comic book collecting. One was a label machine, which my wife has. You key it in, and you take these little skinny labels. You can put those on a box, or you can put them on a divider card in your comic book box to keep your comics separated. He also did a really cool video. Let me see what the other one was. Oh yeah, he taught us how to make spacers, to put in front of your comic box so your comics won't fall over or whatnot. So I was really big into those videos, and then I looked at his other videos, and I tell you what, fans, if you're out on YouTube and you like Spider-Man, check out Hans, check out Captain Strangelife. He's a huge Spider-Man fan, and I'm not going to tell you what he's got, but you'll be really surprised. Anyways, sorry to rant, but I wanted to kind of give my first. He was really, and one other thing, he was the guy that I found out a lot about other YouTube comic book collectors. He always mentioned this guy named Scott Bromstar. I was like, who's this guy? And then I found out he was a pretty cool YouTube guy. So we got Scott Bromstar. We have, I found out about, golly, my names are slipping, and I love these people. Oh, Doc and Howlett was another one. Hippies Collectibles. So all these people I found just by watching Captain Strangelife. And the great thing about this community is, we always give each other props and everything. And by doing that, like a guy like me that only was watching Captain Strangelife for all my comic book needs, I could find all these other people in the community. Okay, I love Captain Strangelife, great guy, and all the other folks I met in this community. But what he was wanting for his 1,000 subscriber contest was which that's just amazing, people. 1,000 subscribers It's a way to go. But I want to show off my supporting character. He said make a video response with your favorite supporting character or your least favorite supporting character. And this comic book guy, he's been in TV shows, cartoon strips. He's been in a lot of stuff. And the comic book in question is Popeye. Popeye Comics. And if you see that bowler hat, you know who this supporting character is. Let me get this glare. I may even take this out of the package. We have Wellington Wimpy right here. And I want to show you a funny... this is a comic by IDW. This is a modern age Popeye. IDW kind of, I guess, has the rights to some of these now. So they've been publishing Popeyes. They're on issue 5 now. Issue 6 will come out next month. They also have been reprinting Bud Segendorf's 1948, I think, all the way up to 1980 Popeye, and they're calling it Classic Popeye. So they're just total reprints. But I really am enjoying those too. But let me show you this comic. Popeye here. Hopefully we won't get any glare. See, that's nice. These covers here, they're not gloss. They're just kind of like matte paper or cardboard finish. Very nice though. I loved watching Popeye as a kid. A really great comic. This story is, as you see, it's a boxing story. It has a big old boxer named the Phantom Crusher in it. But we'll get to that first. That's that page right there. Just, I love this Popeye style art. This guy, there's Wimpy. Big man in the middle is Phantom Crusher. Right over here is the manager of Phantom Crusher. And let me tell you how this story sets up. In these comics also, there's a lot of reading to them. Okay, it starts out with them up here. Wimpy's looking at the menu. He doesn't have any money. Let me just kind of read this to you. You heard me. You're flies in my zoop. I want to live in a world where there ain't no Wimpy. Wimpy says, I beg your pardon? He goes on to say, Wimpy? Who's this Wimpy? Jones is the name. I'm one of the Jones boys. So here, Wimpy's kind of your guy who's just, he's a talker. He talks a lot. Pa, you ain't fooling me, Wimpy boy. This is my hamburger, and you don't get none of it nohow. The very idea. Why, I wouldn't dream of taking your hamburger. Not after I spoke to Dr. LaFong this afternoon, and it's all very sad. Dr. LaFong? Why, what doctor? Tell me, Wimpy, what did he say? Well, not too much. But apparently, he didn't want to alarm you, but you have a terminal case of Dutch mumps. Spread through one's food, so they say. So anyways, the guy gets freaked out. This guy with the beard, and he gives the he gives the burger, or Wimpy somehow talks himself into a burger. Of course, you know, I gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. And anyways, what happens? Wimpy gets the hamburger. He eats it. They find out that Wimpy was tricking the guy. This guy gets really hacked off, so he automatically signs up Wimpy in a boxing match to fight the Phantom Crusher. I'm trying to get it to where it's not like. So, Wimpy's fainted. He's scared. He's going to fight the Phantom Crusher. So what happens? Popeye is a good buddy of Wimpy's. Popeye is going to train Wimpy to fight. So, right there, he's getting mean. He does all this stuff. And what's happened is, to Popeye's eyes and everyone else's eyes, it's like everyone thinks Wimpy's really training for this fight, but really Wimpy's not training at all. There's even one scene where good old Bluto comes in, and he's looking all mean at Wimpy. And then as Bluto's walking away, Wimpy throws the dumbbell, and it bounces off some trampoline and hits Bluto in the back of the head. So Popeye comes in. Well, blow me down. Did you just take down Bluto by yourself? Maybe you're in better shape than I thought. So anyways, Wimpy gets to the ring to fight the Phantom Crusher. Phantom Crusher is working him over freaking hard in the ring. And then he finds out that Phantom Crusher Where's it at? There's some kind of horseshoe anyway, so they find out something ain't right with this Phantom Crusher. So Popeye, he jumps in the ring, starts going to work on this Phantom Crusher, and the Crusher knocks him out of into the crowd. But then, and he doesn't even eat spinach in this one, but he does that wind up punch. Where's it at? He's winding up right on that page there, and he hits this guy so hard it knocks the Phantom Crusher's hood off, and looks what it was. It was a freaking horse. So funny. And then Wimpy wants to keep the horse, and he's like, he goes to the farm and he wants to trade the horse for some cows so they can make some more burgers. But anyways, fans, that's probably my favorite current. You know, there's a lot of supporting characters in comics and everything, but as far as just one of the ones that when I'm reading the comic, because when most of the comics I like to read, I like them to have some funniness to them, and that's one of the funny ones that I really like. Geez Louise, I'm gonna screw my Mylar up here, but that's one of the funny ones I like, is that these Popeye books. And Wimpy, in all of them, he always has some story. He's kind of like, you know, an uncle or a guy that you know is full of it, but you know, no matter what kind of BS comes out of his mouth, there's some kind of intrigue there. You just want to keep listening to him, and then, but you know, is some of the most BS you've ever heard, but he's a likable guy that has likable BS. And that's kind of J. Wellington Wimpy's story. So Captain Strangelife, Hans, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers, and hope you get 1,000 more. It's not even a matter of hope, it's when will it happen. You've been an inspiration to me, and you've been an inspiration to this comic book community, and I'm glad to have you and know of you in my real life, because you truly entertain me, and I know you entertain the rest of the comic book community as well. Alright, well, for Captain Strangelife, and I'm going to put his link in the description, because I want you to subscribe to this guy. You're going to be doing yourself a favor. The knowledge that he has in comic books and pop culture is by far some of the greatest knowledge you're ever going to have. So you need to get on that and look up Captain Strangelife on YouTube, just like I did. This is the Great Legend saying peace out. God bless.